Welcome to the Portfolio Plus tutorial on users and user levels. In this tutorial, we're going to just introduce the concept of users on the site in general and show you how to create them and how to create user levels that affect what functionality they get to access. On the main menu here under users, I'm just going to click list users. You'll notice in this demo I have 4. Let's just click on Jane Doe. You'll notice Jane Doe's security level is client. You can add multiple security levels. You can have as many as you like. By default, the 2 that come with PortfolioProof are admin and client. So to define them, under users, user levels, this is where they are. You'll see the 2 by default are here. And if you click on permission, you'll see all the permissions that anybody with a user level of client is entitled to. So in this particular case, they can see the dashboard, they can see portfolios, both private and public, and this covers all the functionality within the application. So for most of them, you'll see you can specify list, edit, delete, and add. Some of them, like dashboard, which doesn't have any information that you can add, delete, or edit, just has a list. So for example, if we were going to create a new one, let's say we just want a user who can only see things, not add anything. So we'll add a user level. ID is just a numeric value that's unique to it. We'll just call it 3. And we'll call it viewer, and we'll say okay, they can only list, search, and view, and we'll click add. Now let's just check out the details of that. So you'll notice all the list, search, and view are now active and everything else has been turned off. We're going to get a little more specific and turn off some other things that we don't want the user to see. We're going to turn off their ability to see any of our configuration. We don't really want them to be able to see, our list of watermarks or our site information or anything like that. We're going to turn off user logs. In fact, let's turn off users in general. It's none of their business whose users, what other users we have. Under items, they shouldn't have access to license lists, or to upload, or to statuses. And in fact, under portfolios, let's get rid of individual access, list of statuses, list of types, and sort. That's pretty limited access. In fact, let's get rid of that. Now we'll leave list of folders. So a configuration like that would be for someone who you want to be able to log in and just see, not be able to do anything and not see anything too sensitive. So now let's save that. Now let's add a new user with our new security level. For avatar, if we have one, we can add it. If we don't have one handy, there is a default one in the system. So we'll call this user viewer, and we'll just have the same password. Now we'll quickly add first name and last name. And that's all the information you need to create a user. Everything else is here for your convenience if you want to keep more detailed records on your clients and customers, but if you don't, that's fine too. That's your business. I'll just note the last three fields here. Opt-in is just used in case you ever want to export your database to any kind of email marketing software. You can keep track of whether they've opted into whatever program you have. Admin comments are comments that only you as administrator can enter and see. Your user can't see them. So if you just want to keep notes on your customers or clients, that's a good place to do it. As well, is active by default is yes. If you put it no, they can no longer log in. So we'll leave that as yes because we're going to log in a minute. Viewer, and click add. Okay, and you'll notice we have our little default user avatar representing John Doe here. So what we did was we just created a user level, viewer, and we just created a user called viewer as well. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go over to portfolios, and let's take this locations portfolio. We're going to edit it. We're going to make it private. We're changing this to private, only available to this client, and click save. I'm going to log out, and I'm going to log back in as viewer. Okay, so you'll notice viewer still has access to the public portfolios because that's what we said to do. And under private portfolios, lo and behold, here's the private portfolio that we just gave them access to. You'll notice that some buttons here, including the download button, and a lot of buttons from here, including things like add, edit, are all gone now because we turned off the permissions for that. So remember the three things that we did. First, we created a user level. Then we created which you don't have to do every time. You can use the same user level over and over again for different clients and users. Then we created a user. In this case, it was the viewer user. And then we assigned a private project to the viewer user. We didn't even have to do that. We could have just logged in as the viewer user and seen the public portfolios, but just for the sake of demonstration, we did that. So hopefully this answered some of your questions on creating users and using user levels. If you have any other questions, please visit smartmargin.com. We have a variety of tutorials and documentation available on the site, but if you can't find what you're looking for, please do get in touch with us. All our contact information, including email and instant messaging, is up on the site. We're looking forward to hearing from you because we're here to serve you.